Welcome, everyone, to the Living Oneness Gathering. I am your host, Sue Dumais. It's an honor to be here with you once again. We took a little break last week. I hope that you were able to sink into some of the other replays or find something that really gave you a little heart scrub or some support or inspiration that you needed last week. My son's wedding went very well. It was very exciting to see, to celebrate their love. And it was a lot. There was a lot happening. We had house guests, family staying with us, and we traveled to go to the wedding a little bit away from our home. So there was a lot happening, but it was a very amazing experience. And it's a real good lesson in letting go. I remember someone had said to me, and I said this in my speech at the wedding when I had my children, they were really young. Someone said to me, the very first thing as a mother, the very first job you have is to let go. And boy, oh boy, is it hard to let go sometimes. So last week was a good lesson in letting go and freeing him, kind of letting him fly free and freeing myself in a way too. It's just like it's kind of handing over the responsibility in a way, or mm, letting go of needing to take care of him. Is very interesting. So he moved out about 4 or 5 weeks ago from the house, and I kept saying he's just upstairs sleeping. So I've been adjusting to him moving out and starting this new phase of his life, but it's very exciting for them, and it's a transition for me as well. And this is life. Life is a transition. Every moment is a transition. Every step we take is part of our evolution. And part of our evolution is letting go of our expectations, letting go of any agenda that we have, especially right now, letting go of any attachments we have to people, to things, to places, to experiences. It's really about being open to anything and attached to nothing. And the practice of non-attachment is actually such a gift when we can really deeply foster it. I had a couple different people come up and you're like, oh, you must feel better now that the weddings, you're on the other side of the wedding. And I'm like, I was calm. I was calm through most of it. I had moments where I just had to get something done or sort something out, but it's less about what's happening around us, and it's more about our ability to respond to what's happening around us. And if we have attachment, then we're going to react more than respond. So practicing non-attachment, practicing non-interference, that's a big one as a parent, but it's also a big one as someone who just cares about people, cares about the world, cares about everything. Sometimes you'll be guided to say something, to do something, to intervene. And sometimes you'll be guided not to. And it's those times where we're guided not to, which actually can be more challenging, to remain silent, to hold back, to bite your tongue, to recognize that if you speak right now, if you share, if you step up and do something when it's not guided, it's not serving. And that's hard to comprehend because we think that doing something good is in service. But if it's not guided, doesn't matter what you're doing, it's not serving. And of course, the guidance comes through the heart, not through the head. It comes through the knowing in our heart what will serve. And that knowing comes from our soul, which has a bigger perspective. It has the perspective of what's going to serve the whole of creation. And this goes beyond your individual family, your individual life, your individual community, and the country you're in, the globe that we're on, Mother Earth. This is beyond. It's bigger and beyond. But to focus on the big and beyond can be overwhelming. So if we simplify it, all you really need to do is follow your heart. That sounds really simple. It's not always easy, but that's where you're going to have the greatest impact. You're going to have the greatest impact on your individual life as well as those around you, and you're going to have the greatest impact on creation. You're included in that equation. You're included in receiving the benefits from following your guidance. So today, the invitation is to release any attachments, release any expectations, any holding on. It's like learning to let go. And in all letting go, there can be grief, there can be emotions. That doesn't mean that you're not meant to let go. It just means that you're processing on a human emotional level. You're processing the letting go, and that's okay. So, how do you trust your guidance? How do you trust your heart? How do you tap into it? How do you live from heart consciousness versus head consciousness? This is the direction we're heading. This is where we've been heading for a long time, but this is becoming more non-negotiable. We've been able to kind of dance between the head and heart for a long time. And many of us I've been doing heart-led living for years. It's my business, but I've lived that way for a long time. But I oscillated between head and heart for a long time as well. My intention was to live from the heart. My intention was to be guided from that inner knowing. But there were times where I found it more challenging. And that's okay. It's okay if there's times and there's situations where it's more challenging. I had a moment over the weekend where Mother Bear was like rearing her claws. I really wanted to grab my son and protect him around something. And I realized I'm like, I can't do that anymore. Especially if it's not guided, I won't do it anymore. But he can take care of himself. He's got this. I trust him. I see him as capable. And that's really helpful. I see both my kids as capable. And there's times where they'll reach out for support and I'm there. But I'm not going to intervene. I'm not going to interfere. And that's not always easy. It's not always easy because we're conditioned to do it differently. To, we're conditioned to interfere. I'll say it. Well, let's just say it. We're conditioned to interfere. And when we believe that interference is caring, then that's even harder because we feel justified in it. But fear disguised as caring is not helpful. It's not serving. And in some ways, it's very harmful. And in some ways, we actually take away the power or strength from others by trying to go in and swoop in and rescue them. We can enable others with caring. So I'm talking in this context because I want you to start to shift your perspective around what is serving and what isn't. Like going to the rescue, swooping in can be interference. And caring isn't always coming from love. That's a challenging one to wrap your head around, but if you shift into your heart, you'll feel it. You will feel maybe a subtle discord, a subtle uneasiness, or a subtle anxiety, or something will feel off about it if you're willing to explore that. Is this coming really? Is this really, truly, deeply, divinely coming from guidance? Am I meant to say something? Am I meant to speak up in this moment? Am I meant to do something? Is that what is guided? Or is that what I'm used to doing? Or is that what I think I should do as a mother or as a friend or as a partner or as a healer? I remember I was having all these interesting memories because this type of experience, letting go of a child in starting their new life as a married couple, there's a lot of reflection that comes in, a lot of old memories, a lot of things that you kind of look back at. And I could remember back when I I just wanted everybody to heal. I just wanted everybody to heal and be healed. But those people that didn't want to heal, it was very frustrating for me. Like, why don't they want to heal? Why are they doing that? Why do they keep doing the same thing? And then some are complaining about it and some are suffering around it, but they keep doing the same thing and people are so closed about it. They were so closed about healing, or they just their minds just weren't they couldn't understand the concept even of the idea of healing. It was really challenging for me for a long time because I wanted so badly to help everyone. Everyone, like everyone and everything and all, like I wanted to save the world, right? But that was coming from fear. So it wasn't serving. Now I can stand behind the knowing that I'm here to have an impact. I'm here to, you can quote unquote, save the world. We could use that quote. I could say, I'm here to save the world. I'm here to contribute to a saving of the world as we know it and as it's meant to be. There's an evolution that's happening, and I'm here to play an integral part. And when I play my part from a place of love, then I don't feel the burden of that, the idea of saving the world. And I'm not the only one here to save the world. We're all here to play an integral part, whether we realize it or not, directly or indirectly. We're all contributing to the healing of the whole. Even if we don't know what healing is, even if we don't connect or resonate with the word healing. For me, healing is about remembering that we're whole, remembering that our essence is love, remembering how to live in balance and harmony. That's what healing is. And any parts of our body that are diseased or unbalanced is because we are not connected or balanced in our healing. So let's sink in and see where we go. We're already working here. Energy is already happening, but let's sink in and see where we go. And we will take some deep breaths. And imagine opening the door. Opening the door to receive what you need in the way that you receive and need it in this moment as we gather here. And whether you're listening live or to the replay, just know that whenever you listen, if you open up the door to receive what you need precisely when you need it, that is what will happen. And we're going to focus first on you receiving, and then we're going to send a blessing and a wave of support for all of humanity and all of creation. But we're going to start within you. So as you take some deep breaths, tune into your physical body and just notice how it feels. Without judging it, without judging anything, without trying to change anything, without having any expectations. Are you willing to be open to anything but attached to nothing? Just wildly open to receive, and then trusting what you're meant to receive will be offered to you, will be downloaded into your field, will be received in whatever way you're most receptive to receive it. And the healing energy that's coming in for you, I may be the shepherd that's gently guiding it into the space. But it's your soul, your divinity, directing it for you in this moment. It is a beautiful expression of divinity coming to you from Source in a way that would serve you at the deepest level. And if you're willing and open, say yes, thank you. And as I hold the greater container, this sacred space, I'm going to invite you to hold the sacred space of your own energy field. Set an intention first to call your energy field in so that it's an arm's length in all directions. This is going to allow you to manage it a little bit better. And sometimes when we call it in, it feels a little squishy if it's congested because you're kind of squishing all the congestion a little closer, but that's okay. That's going to allow you to actually shine light on what's really yours and what's really needing to heal. What needs to be organized or balanced and harmonized. And then setting an electromagnetic grounding cord, the main cord coming down into the earth from the tailbone. And then a second coil wrapping around that main cord, making it an electromagnetic grounding cord. Releasing the electrical scattered energy and magnetic scattered energy in your field. And if you're willing, yes, thank you. The electromagnetic field also allows you to draw energy and nourishment from Mother Earth. Ground your energy. Feel that connection to the Divine Mother. Connecting into the crystalline grid of the earth. And trusting that any energy that is cleared down through the grounding cord will be received by Mother Earth, transmuted if necessary, balanced and harmonized, and reused and recycled. We don't need to be afraid. We just need to be willing to clear what is not serving. And then at the same time, be willing to process what you need to process. Imagining your central channel opening wide from the bottom of your energy field to the top of your energy field, running through the body in front of the spine. A beautiful channel where you can receive energy from the divinity, from your source, your divine essence pouring through from within and from above. The energy of Mother Earth and the support and the nourishing frequencies of Mother Earth coming from below into your central channel. So it's a channel for receiving, and we can also receive through the source point in our heart center. And it's also a channel for clearing, releasing, healing, witnessing, honoring. I invite you to place your right hand in the center of your chest, your palm over the sternum, and your fingertips touching the left side of your chest over top of the physical heart. And with every breath, feel that connection to your heart center as well as the connection to your physical heart on the left of the chest. You may feel the experience of the breath moving the rib cage, but you might also feel the heartbeat. The rhythm of your heart and the rhythm of your breath. Now take your other hand and place your palm in the center of your forehead. And imagine a balance between the right and left brain. Lighting up that falx membrane, the membrane between the right and left side of the brain. And imagine closing the third eye at the front and balancing it front to back and right to left. Find that balance point or that center balance point. It's probably in and around the pineal gland. From that centered balance point in the brain, imagine connecting it to that source point in the heart. In the middle of your heart center. Breathing in gratitude and appreciation. Breathing in compassion. The energy of yes, thank you. The energy of yes and gratitude. Feel that brain and heart coherence. And imagine your brain calming, becoming quiet and still. And imagine your heart leading and guiding, directing. Release your hands. Or you can remain there if you feel a connection required with your hand connection, contact. Imagine your heart consciousness lighting up, activating even more than ever before. And imagine your brain and your mind aligning with the knowing in your heart. Imagine you could let go of control and lean into trust. Imagine fear could fall away. And you could expand in love. Imagine a wave of peace flowing through your entire body, in and around every cell, through your mind, through your energy field, through your spirit. And imagine that energy and frequency of love and peace, compassion. Imagine it has the capacity to meet any discordant energy within you, to witness it, to honor it, to invite it to be transmuted, to invite it to be balanced and harmonized. And if there's anything you need to know or understand, let it be brought to your heart to be understood. Let it be processed by your heart consciousness. And let the heart be the messenger to deliver it, should it be required to go anywhere else. Imagine you living from love, fueled by love. Imagine your humanness animated by love. Imagine all aspects of you, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, etherically, and beyond. Imagine all aspects of you aligned with the embodiment of love, pure love, divine love. Love without limits, love without expectations, love without condition. Limitless, boundless, eternal love. That is who you are. And any aspects of you that don't know that yet, don't believe that, or have been conditioned to be separate or disconnected from that truth, meet those parts of you with patience, with peace, with compassion. Love all parts of you. Even the parts of you that are afraid still, even the parts of you that are confused, even the parts of you that are unbalanced or feeling discordant. Invite them in into your heart to be embraced, to be witnessed, to be welcomed, to be honored, to be processed, to be healed. I remember who I really am. As you repeat those words, let them sink into the spaces that will accept those words. I remember the truth of who I really am. I remember the truth of who and what I really am. Any parts of you that are not in alignment with that, with those words, with that truth, meet them with love. Recognize that those are parts of you that have forgotten or that are programmed to forget. It's okay. No judgment. Be patient. Be loving. Be gentle. Be love. Be love in stillness. Be love in action. Be love in silence. Let love fill the words you speak. Be the space you hold for yourself and for others. And as we invite the energy of wonderment, we can open the mind even more using the words, I wonder what it would feel like to fully embody love, to have all aspects of me aligned with the truth of who I am. I wonder what that would feel like in this moment. There's an invitation to have a felt experience. Breathe, allow, soften, open, receive. And imagine in that pure space of divinity within you that you could begin to send a ripple of love and blessings out into the world, perhaps to your friends and family, perhaps to your community, perhaps to your country. And that infinite love flows through you from your source to you and to everyone around you and beyond. So it's an infinite source. It's not you extending your love out into the world. It's you receiving love for yourself from your source and emanating and allowing that source to flow through you. So you become a beacon, a messenger. You become a channel for love, receiving for yourself and allowing it to flow out from you toward all of humanity and beyond, toward nature. You may feel guided to extend it toward some animals, toward Mother Earth, You may feel guided to continue to extend that wave of love and blessing to Mother Earth, but you may be guided to go even beyond that, to the planets, to our galaxy or other galaxies beyond ours. Cosmically and universally reaching beyond what the mind can comprehend, but what the heart knows. The heart knows we are all interconnected. Our individual heart consciousness knows that there is one divine consciousness that we are all connected to, one divine source. And we are unique expressions of that divinity. Witnessing and experiencing the beauty in all of creation. Imagine if all we saw was beauty, honoring all our differences. Imagine living in harmony, embodying divine love, a deep respect and reverence for all of creation. This is the new Earth timeline. Where we remember how to be ambassadors of love, beacons of light and balanced, harmonized energy. Feeling and experiencing deep, profound peace. Holding the frequency of the pure essence of who we are. Letting go. Letting go of our attachments. Letting go of any expectations. Letting go of our personal agenda to align with our divinity, to align with our divine will. opening our hearts, opening our arms and our hands to receive. Filling our hearts to the point of overflow. Receiving the blessing. Receiving the blessing that is coming to you. And witnessing the blessing that is offered to all. A blessing and an invitation to harmonize, to balance, to unify, to remember. As you take a deep breath, let the breath fall out of your mouth with a bit of a sigh or ah sound, and feel that beautiful connection moving through your breath, through your body, through your energy field. Filling your entire beingness within and around you. This is who you are. And the beautiful thing when you're connected to your heart consciousness, all the details are taken care of. And as you follow the breadcrumbs, follow the guidance moment to moment, everything is revealed with divine timing. Everything becomes a divine orchestration. A divine orchestration that serves you and all. It serves you and all of creation, all together, all at once, in a holy instant. We can remember. We can hold steady in the embodiment of divinity, animated by love. A beautiful unification of our divinity and our humanness. This is where we can unlock our human potential as we become a divine human, free from fear, pure, clear, clean, balanced, harmonized. Take some more deep breaths. And as you slowly bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings, the invitation is to hold steady. Hold steady in that embodiment. There may be times where it's easier to hold the energy of love. And those moments where it's easier, those moments where you really feel it, you can celebrate the miracle, you can celebrate the connection. And in those times where it's harder, more challenging, or those times where you forget, you can forgive. Forgive it over, forgive the filter of forgetfulness, forgive the trigger, process, honor your human experience. As you bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings, you can tune in to notice how you feel. How you feel in this moment, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, even beyond that. Notice how you feel here compared to the beginning. What shifted? And even being curious about what remains without judgment. Sometimes certain areas of our body or certain discordant energy or wounds need a little bit more time or need a witness or need a little bit more processing. Some aspects of our humanness are designed that way, programmed that way. Again, it comes back to what's guided. In the moment, what is guided? So as you're tuning in, if you feel inspired to share in the chat how you feel, what stood out for you in a sentence or two, or what your experience was a little bit, feel free to type in. There's a shift coming, a new software change coming in for my community. And I'm really excited because the online community up till now has been more of like a forum-based community. So it's been a little bit limiting for me to create the way I want to create the community experience. So there's an opportunity to, we'll be changing that in the next little bit. And I also have an opportunity to have them build it out for me and make it a little bit more personalized to the way that I would prefer to have it play out in our community. So you can watch for that coming this summer. If there's anybody who is needing some support, I do have a couple spaces left for the June advanced mentoring experience. The calls are on Thursday at 10 this time around, and it's 4 weeks mentoring experience. So you can learn more on the website or on the community, or you can reach out to me directly through heartledliving.com. I'm just going to read a few comments. A remembrance of peace that I am. Beautiful. That was Savannah. And Nicole, that was beautiful. You're welcome. Ariane, Thank you for another beautiful and powerful experience. Feeling much calmer, loving, and peaceful. As always, very grateful. Thank you. Valerie, utter peace, and the tears came 3/4 of the way through. You addressed the discordant energy and transformed them to beauty and love. Beautiful. And Jane, that was beautiful. I felt energy swirling in my hands. Love it. Beverly, I feel like you speak directly to me. I do. I speak directly to all of you. I receive the message as much as you all do. Beautiful. Thank you all for sharing. So this week, I'm going to invite you to hold this embodiment as best you can. And you might find like one word really captures how you're feeling, and that can be a word that you hold. It's like, how can I be peace? Or how can I embody balance or harmony, whatever it is, love, whatever the word resonates, whatever word resonates for you and whatever you're meant to focus on. My invitation for you is to take it outside this sacred container and bring it into your life classroom and bring it into your everyday moments. It doesn't matter if you're at the grocery store or at the bank or sitting in a church or sitting in the park and going for a walk or at your work. It doesn't matter. You can bring your spirituality, bring the essence of who you are into every moment. There is no separation. We create these divisions in our minds of our spirituality and our work and our home life. It's like, no, it's all blended. It's your life classroom is all of it, including this gathering plus everything else. But bring it all together and see, how can I integrate this practice, this essence that I feel right now into my everyday life, into my every moment. So all the little moments, because all the little moments actually have an impact more than you realize. And all those little moments, if you have all these fleeting moments of fear and anxiety, and then you come and have this spiritual experience, and then you go back into the fear and anxiety, that's the point, is to bring it in and meet that fear and anxiety, meet the feelings that you have when you encounter life around you. Your life classroom is for your healing and remembrance. It is for your deepest healing and greatest awakening, greatest remembrance. This is why we're here, to remember, to align, to embody and animate ourselves from our divinity, to bridge our humanness and our divinity into a divine union. So I invite you to do that in every moment that you can. I did that at the wedding. I did that after the wedding. I did that when I had house guests. I did it all the way through. That's what allows me to hold steady in life, even when there's perceived turmoil or challenges. That's how I'm able to hold a steady and peace, no matter what is going on, even when the world around me or the ground feels like it's shaking. This practice, although it sounds somewhat simple, it's profound. It has a profound effect. I used to live in a lot of fear and anxiety. I used to feel completely separated and empty inside. I wasn't always this aligned in my life. If I told you some stories, you'd be quite surprised. The life I lived and how disconnected I was. So if you do the heart work, I promise you, it will make a difference, and continue to do the heart work, and then do the heart work even when you think you don't need to do the heart work. Just hold steady in it. Make it a part of your every moment and every breath. My life is a living, breathing meditation. That's how I approach my life, as a meditation. Every breath, every moment. I invite you to do the same. Whatever language, whatever practice works for you, bring it in. I will leave you with that divine assignment. And I want to thank you all for being here and for being part of this community and for being such beautiful beacons of light in the world. Just know that your presence is purposeful, your presence has impact and is very, very appreciated. So I thank you all. I see you. I honor you. I am so grateful for you. Until next time, love and blessings.